When I danced with Ackright before we were together, I found out my boyfriend at the time had cheated on me again. And I was like, fuck this. I'm going on a girls' night. And we went to the club, and literally Ackright was DJing, and his girl that had cheated on him was out of town. And we were like hella dancing, and we probably honestly could have fucked that night. But both of our friends were like, dude, your fucking girl's at home. Your dude, like, get the fuck, stop being a slut, you know? And I was like, okay, bye. You know, never talked to him again. But I'm like, now we're married.
Hi. Welcome, guys, to another episode of BU.
Yeah, what they said.
So, yes, if you guys have noticed, we've announced it. I forgot how many episodes there was before, but we have officially announced our name to be BU.
Yep. You want to explain to them a little bit, like, why we picked that from Babes Uplifted?
Yeah, so if you guys, obviously the abbreviation of Babes Uplifted is BU, and that feels like it fits us. We're authentically ourselves, and we're proud of to be who we are, and
we encourage our followers to be themselves. And then we felt like the B could represent so many different things: boys, bros, babes, boss babes, balls, bitches, you know what I mean? Badasses. So yeah, whatever you want it to be. And then the U because we like to uplift. Yeah.
Yep. Balls uplifted. Wow. Like a jockstrap.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Or at my age when I have to go to the bathroom.
Wow.
Hit the water.
So what are we talking about today?
So today our topic is the breakup guide.
I was like, wait, what is it?
No, I thought you were actually going to say breakup guide.
Wow.
I was like, that's how we're doing it? Okay, cool.
Breakup guide.
We practice this, guys. Come on now.
Okay, so the breakup guide. Ooh, let's see. What do we have to say about this one?
So wait, why do we need a breakup guide?
Yeah.
Because I feel like so many people that are not as wise as us might need some information.
Yeah, because I've been broken up with a lot.
Wow.
Same.
Well, actually, when I first heard this topic, I was like, man, I have like nothing to contribute to this. Like,
really?
I really don't. Like, I'm like move on and just.
Okay, so go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, so let's do this. Let's do a little role play, a little question. So since you don't have much to say, how about if you could create an ideal situation? I don't need you to Ted and all this stuff, but just say a girl's about to break up with you. What would be, I feel like I know the answer to this because we were just straight to the point. Like, what would be your ideal way from beginning to end of the best way to break up with someone?
Or how would you want to be broken
up with is what I mean.
I think nowadays you'd be like, just say it up front and go and then move on.
So what would that look like though? What would she be saying?
Like, I don't think. I don't think.
Would it be over the phone? Would it be in person?
I don't really care. It could be in text. You'd be like, I don't think it's working out. I'm like, okay, cool.
And then that's it.
Yeah,
that would be your.
No, I would want to know why.
Okay.
Because I believe if you guys can go look back and the thing is probably going to be up here, the little tag for our last episode on what was that last episode that we just did? The breakup? No, not the breakup. On the relationship.
Gender roles?
Not the gender roles.
Chivalry?
No, the one before that.
The very first.
One of them. Just look for the link.
It's been so long. That's why, It's like.
No, it's like, what was that? The first episode we did on YouTube.
Let me refer to my notes. Give me one moment. Once a cheater, always a cheater.
Once a cheater, always a cheater.
Damn, it's been so long.
I know.
Yeah. Sorry.
Man.
So remember when I talked about how you prepare, you kind of like build yourself up and you move on. Yeah. I think before that though, before I really understood that, I would have probably been like, why, and then continuously ask and can we try to work it out? But like at this point in my life, I'm like, I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Well, going off that, can I ask you a question? Is there such thing, realistically, as closure? Do you ever really get closure? Even if you get the closure that you think you got, is that actually closure?
That's a good question.
I think in certain situations there is true closure, but I also think most of the time there's not,
Yeah, because it's like, oh, why? But I can change. No, it's like, no, I don't think that there's real closure.
You have to find closure within yourself.
Yeah.
That part.
But you can't get it from somebody else. That's the thing.
Well, if you look for,
Well,
yeah, right.
I've seen couples that are like, oh, it was mutual, like it was just better, and they're friends, and like blah blah blah. But I think that's a rare, rare thing.
I don't believe the whole mutual thing anyway. I mean, somebody has to decide. No, it's done, and then you mutually agree. I mean, you just have to agree.
Well,
to
hopefully everybody
Yeah.
mutually agrees.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I had that conversation. So
So he wants just like,
Straight
hey, it's
up.
over. What about you? What would be like? Would you want something specific said? Do you want an explanation?
I want a Venn diagram and like
Everything.
No, but so I think that I would like it to be just straight to the point, but then at the same time, not seeking closure, but then seeking opportunities to improve. I would like to know why, things went the way that they were. If I were to be broken up with, if I were to break up with somebody, I would give them that same respect. I would hope that it's not over a text message. Something that we're gonna do in person.
But doesn't
Yeah.
it? But also that depends on the length of the relationship.
Yeah.
If it's like 2-3 months, then it's easier to just fucking over the text.
Yeah.
Like, I think
it's
if
not
you're
working
dealing,
out.
I think if you're dealing with years, then you might want to be like, okay, well,
yeah.
Let's talk about
over text
this.
kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I have to just agree. Like, just, hey, things are not working out for me because this. Okay.
Yeah.
The whole like fight for me. Like, no, if
If
someone
you
my
feel
God.
that way, yeah. If you feel
Did
that
I just
way.
trigger something? Yeah.
No, it's such a stupid thing in my personal opinion when you said fight for me, because I've heard that, it's like if I have an argument and my girlfriend walks out, a minute later she'll come back and is like, you're not gonna follow me out, you're not gonna chase me. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that game
That's
shit.
dos
you know?
muchos.
Yeah,
doing the most.
I
can't do
hate
that
games.
either.
Yeah.
But I mean that's true. It does happen. I've heard of people doing that shit.
Yeah.
Get it?
Sorry. There's no sound effect with her singing.
It's just, his thing is so accurate. He's like literally watching you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's that DJ timing right there.
Right. Okay. So basically agreeing straight to the point.
Yeah, and consider what Rich is saying is like, depending upon the time length of the relationship.
I definitely think that makes a big difference.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
because I mean, I'm sure you've heard it in like people in high school. It's like, oh my god, this person like broke up with me through text. He can't even be a man, or she can't be a woman enough to face
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
But okay, let's be real. Everybody's form of communication now is text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, when do we really ever call each other? It's through text.
Okay, at least don't post it and
Oh,
let
yeah.
me find out that way,
Yeah. That's kind of fucked
Like
up.
I've
for
even
sure.
heard of celebrities that like I didn't even know until I saw that tweet.
Oh,
It's like,
right.
wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I had never heard of that.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like
Yeah.
mad disrespectful.
That's hella disrespectful.
It's like I don't give two fucks. You can find out from other people. I'm not even gonna tell you on my own, kind of
Right.
thing.
Yeah. Did you guys ever feel like you had there were signs, or like you kind of knew it was gonna happen?
I
Yes.
definitely think that you can feel it if you're paying attention. Like, and if you're the one not paying attention, you as a person that's receiving that neglect is gonna feel that regardless too.
Yeah.
So
Oh wait. How do you want to get how do you want to receive the news, or how do you want to give the news?
the same. Yeah, just like let's just like rip the Band-Aid off and get it over with. And I also think that like even if you want to stay with the person, if you know that it's not working, like you just kind of have to take that loss, and just like accept it regardless of
Yeah.
if you want to stay with that person or not,
Yeah. I'm a hardcore believer too. Like, if it's meant to be,
It's
whether
meant to
it's
be.
not right now, later, it'll be meant to be.
Yeah, but that goes with growing up, right? Because I remember, somebody broke up with you when you're 15. It's like the end of the world.
Yeah,
Like no one's
absolutely.
ever gonna love you again.
Oh
Oh my God.
Yeah, for
And-
sure.
But then you eventually find out that tomorrow's a new day and there's
Right.
another girl looking at you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I remember them days.
Do you? Okay, so I have a question based on that. When say the relationship ends, Is there a time courtesy to start dating again? Like, do you even consider the other person when you're looking out?
No.
No,
Okay.
No.
no, not me personally.
So, okay, the reason I ask is because we all say that. I agree with that. But on the other side, they always get like offended whenever, like, let's say you start dating.
Oh my God, already? So soon?
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Everybody does. Because, okay, even people on the outside, because they're so invested into your relationship.
That
But
too. Yeah, that too. For
Yeah.
Sure.
But in generally, it's like you don't know what's my piece inside.
And nobody knows what happens behind closed doors.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Exactly.
But also, like, if you're the one that decided to break up, and I went out on a date 2 nights later, who are you to say?
I agree with that too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you
It's like
let
you're the one that
me-
ended it.
Yeah.
There's that whole like misconception or whatever it is that they want to believe they're gonna put it forward. So they're just like, oh well, he must have been cheating or she must have been cheating the
yeah,
whole
that
time.
shit.
If you're already back with somebody, it's like
That's like that. That's that projection shit again, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
I
no.
mean, unless I caught your ass cheating.
right.
Then
Yeah.
it's a
Whole
different story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm a hardcore believer too that, especially if you've been with somebody for a good quite some time, that girls or females take a lot more time to like say that they're done, but emotionally they feel like they've been done.
Oh, for sure.
It's funny though because I've seen so many like posts and memes and stuff about it. It's like okay, day one of guys versus girls breaking up. You know, next day, guys are at the club, girls are at home crying.
Yeah.
You know, a week later, like
He's smiling about
boys.
this shit.
No. I mean, I just think that it's hella funny because like eventually, like it flips because then at the end of it,
that's
the girl
true.
is happy with like her friends or whatever,
And he's now
and then
realizing.
he's just like, oh, I'm at home, I'm alone, and it's like I kind of
Realizing the error of his ways.
Yeah, he'll be like drinking coffee, putting like whipped cream on it, and it's like, and it's like, oh, I should call her.
yeah.
I've done that where I was like, okay, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna go out the next night. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it. I just couldn't cope that way.
Yeah, but then like, dude, if I went through a breakup and like I was at home and I was just like sad, Rich would be like, "Yo, let's get some $2 steaks." I'm like, "All right, cool, let's
Yeah.
go."
That's literally what
Yeah.
happened
When you fucked.
no, when I danced with Ackright before we were together. I found out my boyfriend at the time had cheated on me again. And I was like, fuck this, I'm going on a girls' night. And we went to the club, and literally Ackright was DJing, and his girl that had cheated on him was out of town. And we were like hella dancing, and we probably honestly could have fucked that night, but both of our friends were like, dude, your fucking girl's at home, your dude, like, get the fuck, stop being a slut, you know? And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, bye, you know, never talked to him again. But I'm like, now we're married. That's crazy, right?
That's funny. I'm sorry for getting us off track.
It's okay.
I keep on doing that. Damn it.
Okay. We love that.
That's what makes us us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally what did we say? We're like, you know what? We don't need a lot of subtopics because we always go on a good tangent anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it just helps us get on track.
Well, since we do have these bullet points, and the next thing that was up is etiquette.
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 What is breakup etiquette? So we touched a little bit about that. You said you don't mind a text. You said I would hope that one would at least talk about it. I don't think I would. Okay. The old me was big on ghosting people. Like when I didn't want to deal with it.
We should normalize that.
Yeah, when I didn't want to fucking deal with it, I would just not respond. Like that's just how I left it, and I never had to see the person again. I knew I would like whatever. But then I got ghosted one time in my life, and that shit hurt my feelings super hard. I was like, damn, this is what that feels like. Fuck.
I was notorious for that shit too, though.
Yeah,
But I
see?
told them like, hey, I don't see this going, and then they'll still call and call and call, and I was like, at that point,
Mine would just be like, there was one guy I had to convince him I moved to a different place because he was not stopping. I was like, I moved to Vegas. Like, sorry. There was one guy he thought he was legit dropping me off somewhere because I had to like ghost him like super hard.
what the fuck, the airport or something?
Yeah, I was like,
Damn.
no, you can't come. Like on some Friends shit. If you've seen that fucking episode of Friends where he had Janet take him because he couldn't get rid of her, it was like that.
Janice?
Janice, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I think-
etiquette.
I think the problem with etiquette though is that it could be so archaic. Like sometimes etiquette doesn't change with the times.
Okay, so example.
Well, like texting, like as you said, we predominantly text.
So it should be accepted now. You said
it should be. It should be way more accepted. Like, hey, it's not working out, and then oh my God, he broke up with her over text. Well, nobody really knows until you tell them.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I just think sometimes like etiquette does not really. Anytime I hear the word etiquette, I feel like some like Little House on the Prairie women sitting around in a circle deciding what's best for somebody else.
When I think of etiquette, I think of the bro code and like the girl code. Like, what's your take on that? Like, okay, we're broken up now. Can he fuck your friend? Can I fuck his friend?
Absolutely. No, okay. So there was this one thing that somebody was accusing me of going against the bro code, and I was like, no, okay. So part of the bro code, I think it's like number 16 or something like that, is like bros before hoes. But I was like, that's only if she's a hoe, so it doesn't apply to her. And then there was another one where he was all like, oh, you shouldn't be hooking up with my ex-girlfriend. First off, I kind of know you. I just know your name, and we both follow each other on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then second, I was like, you cheated on her.
Yeah.
I mean, like if she was the if she was the slut, or if she was the one that ruined the relationship, I can understand that.
Right.
But you fucked up. Why should she be denied of somebody that's gonna treat her right, or at least I tried to?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like she shouldn't have to pay for what the other person did.
Well,
and you shouldn't have to give a fuck about him because he's not really your friend.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I agree with that.
I'm kind of curious though. You said girl code. What are some rules for girl code?
It's very similar, right? Like you don't fuck my ex-boyfriend kind of a thing. Like
Yeah, and then
Now, do you believe in that though?
I see. I just don't really care, like so it wouldn't bother me. Like maybe no.
I mean, in the entire scheme of things, like you're really in it for yourself. You if you have a homegirl or somebody that you're close to, and it didn't work out with them, why should that affect how, like there shouldn't be a rule against that.
Now, what if it's like a really close friend, like your best friend?
My best friend fucked my ex that I was with for 8 years. Yeah, that happened to me.
She's still your best friend?
No.
So that would, in fact, be against the girl code.
Yeah.
And that would be one of the repercussions of people not doing it,
Right.
Because they don't want to mess up that friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very situational. If Rich
Situational,
had,
for sure. Mm-hmm.
If Rich had the opportunity to be with one of my exes, I'd be like, bro, let me let you know why we broke up. If it works out for you guys, great.
Cool. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like because I'm still friends with most of my exes. So even if, that whole awkwardness of me being around my ex,
Yeah.
or seeing my ex with somebody else, especially somebody that I know, that doesn't exist for me because for the most part, I've had, good breakups.
That's good.
So the question that you asked, Ari, I in a way do disagree. Like I feel like it would break girl code, especially because let's say like my best friends, my girls know what I went through with that relationship.
Part. Yeah, that.
So it's like,
Absolutely.
do you want to go through that again? Not saying maybe he could change, but like you literally saw me go through all that, and then the time
It's just invalidating in the
Yeah.
friendship. I 100% agree in that situation. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, for sure.
I see it from that side too.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, for sure. Yeah. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I'm just PTSD of like all this shit. It's crazy.
We've
Well,
all been through some shit, that's for sure.
as far as like, I don't know if we wrote this down because I can't see that far, but like part of the etiquette, I don't know. Is there like a way? Oh shit! I think we answered this. Like, what are the rules? Like, what are some ways to make the breakup go smoother?
Well,
For me, accountability. Like, hey, this isn't working out. I know I played a part. You played a part. Like, just taking your accountability for your fuck up, I think helps it on both ends. It gives that so-called closure more.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago we were talking about things like as far as like genders, and I think that this is where the empathy or the emotion comes into play. I was talking a little bit more on logic, where like if I plan on breaking up with you, I'm not inviting you to my house to break up with me.
Right.
Or to break up with you. Because then you might get emotional, you might stay there.
Yeah.
And then I'm stuck.
You
know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Versus like if I were to go to you, you know, we break up, it's done.
Then
You have your
leave.
emotion, I just bounce. Or if we go to like the, you know, I prefer not to go to like a public place because then, you know, we might end up embarrassing each other.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what state of mind you're going to be in when you drive home.
Right.
So I think that one of the things is if you can meet her at her place and then
You dip.
yeah.
That's okay. What about you?
Any rules or anything that makes it go easier?
Well, number one for sure, accountability. But number two too is like own up to what was wrong, because obviously it's two parts, your part and his, and that's the other person's part. But then it's also like, don't bring it up again.
Okay.
Like, you know, like what was said is said.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
and
leave
we're
it.
done, and you can't bring it up because we're not together anymore. I
Yeah.
agree with that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with age too, because I
Yeah.
don't think I've had problems with that.
Yeah.
The older I got, you know, the accountability. I think it's just like everybody's like, okay, it's not working out. Quite honestly, I think it's because we all like, fuck, we're getting old. We don't have time.
Yeah.
Just keep looking.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have time to deal with this. I got so many other things to deal with. You know, it's either you're dealing with your kids, you know, your family, your job, whatever. The dating part is just like a good bonus.
Yeah.
And if it's not working out, well then, you know,
Keep pushing.
keep pushing.
Another thing I just thought of while you were talking about that was like, don't obviously state the obvious is like no physical things, or don't make me feel guilty, or like, hey, well then I guess I'm gonna have to leave, or like, you know, like something really childish like that.
Passive aggressive.
Yes,
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
Yeah. I don't like that shit either.
That's some toxic shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna guilt trip you on the way out, you know, like to make you feel extra shitty. It's like, don't do that. Don't do that.
That's happened to me, and it's been so stupid. Or like, okay, fine, I'm gonna go fucking, because one of my exes has done that, where he's went to my house and we've broken up, and then he's like, he didn't want to break up because he didn't agree, whatever. But that, you know, like again, it's my fucking choice. It's our choice, right?
Yeah.
And then he was like, fine, I'm gonna go fucking. Don't worry about how I get home. Like what?
Like,
Okay.
if you leave, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yes.
Kind of a thing. Yeah. That's happened to me too.
Can you not do it here though?
Right.
Yeah, and then he got more upset that I wasn't chasing him. I'm like, who the fuck is the?
You're like, I
bitch?
literally just broke up
Yeah.
with you. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know.
That's a rule.
But again, that I don't encounter that a lot as you get older. You know,
True.
when you're younger, it's like
You
the
have
end
time.
of the world.
You got
right?
time, right?
When you're younger, it's like the end. Everything is like the end of the world.
Yeah.
That's true.
You'll never find another person.
Yeah.
I mean, he was older than me, but fuck, he's so childish.
Yeah.
Well, this is the biggest and the hardest thing that I've had to go through as far as like breakups. How long do you wait to change your Netflix password?
Oh,
Dang, that's a good question.
But I mean, okay, so I kind of meant it as a joke, but at the same
No, but,
time,
like,
like
legit.
you have to cut all of the ties between you and that other person. You know, get all of your shit back.
Right.
You
Right
know,
away.
and don't, you know, like don't follow them on Instagram and shit
Socials,
like
yeah.
that. Like to be honest with you, like I've been mature enough where I can still have them as friends.
Yeah.
You know, and I just don't look at their shit.
Right.
You know, but yeah, for real, like do you? Where's the etiquette in that? Oh, okay, you're on my Netflix. Are you gonna get your own?
no, just
Like,
fucking remove your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny, okay, quick funny story. So my last relationship, he had me on his Spotify premium shit, and then I never, I was a bitch. I didn't say shit because I was like, fuck no, I don't want no ads.
Yeah.
You know?
Facts.
Yeah. So then I didn't say anything until like maybe like 2, 3.
You fucked
no.
up. You made a playlist, huh?
No.
Oh.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I don't remember, but it was a good quite some time. And then I got an email that says your subscription has canceled. And then I was I was laughing, right? Because at that point I was already in my new relationship.
Yeah.
And then I was like, babe, guess what fucking happened? And he's like, what? I was like, I don't got my subscription anymore.
You know what's funny is like that similar situation for me.
Uh-huh.
And then I got one of the most gratifying messages. Your payment was declined. I was like, she ain't doing good.
Oh, that's funny.
You could have been changed your card though.
No, because it
true.
happened 2 months in a row.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because it happened, and then I guess she was like, okay, she fixed her credit or her bank account or something like that. But then it happened the next month too. I was like,
So when you speak of social media and like now following, there are instances where there are some exes, you know, that kind of
Lurk.
you're on friendly terms with.
Yeah.
Does it make make you feel a certain way when they like or comment on your posts?
so not really, but yes. Because like,
Yeah.
because it doesn't matter, because here's the thing, I don't unfriend or block anybody because our breakup was just a way of us moving forward but separately.
Yeah.
But if I held any grudges against them, you know, with my track record and with my history, I end up being friends with them again. And then there's that whole awkward, oh, I'm adding her back or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like that's kind of fucked up. So I'm just like, yo, I don't have to see your shit. You know, like if I
Right.
see it, then I'll like it or whatever. But it is awkward when she's always the first like.
Yeah.
She's all notification bell. Hit that notification bell every time we post a video, guys.
Yeah.
Hey.
I
That's
was like,
funny.
hey, cool engagement. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I look at it as now. You know, and
They're the first to look at your story and shit too. Like,
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
story.
Every fucking one right there.
Yeah, it does make me think though, because like Instagram at this point, I don't know if anything changes between now and when we post this, but Instagram doesn't let you see who's forwarded your story,
yeah.
who's bookmarked
Saving.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, process of
It
elimination.
It shows you how many, but not who.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, look at these fucking weirdos saving this fucking
It's all
story.
one everything that you post with their new. Fucking,
Sometimes you do it by
Exactly.
accident though, because I look at a story
I've
and I
done
put
that
it
a
in my
couple
pocket and
times,
it's like,
yeah.
oh, like I have all these saved ones. But
Sure, that's what's happening.
Yeah. Or I'm trying to swipe, but then like I do it too fast and I accidentally double tap
tap
instead
it.
of like
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
no, but that's what I was saying. How etiquette could be so archaic, because like again, like you know, you could break up and all of a sudden you're that other person's still the first person to like, first person to comment. And you're like,
Oh my God, why are you so obsessed with me?
yeah, like
Yeah.
I thought this is done and we're not like on bad terms, so I never removed you, but now you're consistently still there.
Yeah.
So can we
It's a
all
little
agree
scary.
that we've all experienced like heartbreak?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so everyone agrees that you play the fool or the heartbroken at some point, right? How have you coped in your like deepest of heartbreak?
Drinking. Unfortunately for me, it was just
That's
like,
honest. No, that's really honest.
just like
yeah.
you know, drink to forget, and then you know, drown yourself in other things.
According to chemistry, alcohol is a solution.
Wow,
I can't look at Vince because every time I sit across from him, he always makes me die.
It's a solution. Well, it is a solution.
I was like,
I mean, technically, you know.
But yeah, no, I
But
mean, it just you know, you drown yourself. I mean, I think when I you know, yeah, back in the day.
back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, you just drink. You literally drink to forget.
Yeah. Did you sleep a lot?
With other people, yeah.
No, like just in general. Like, you know, people get like
Every day.
too.
No, just like
Did I sleep a lot?
You know how like they say like, when you're depressed, you go to bed a lot. Like,
No.
I know a lot of people that did that. Like they would
No.
just like sleep their days away out of depression, and I'm like, bro, get out of your room
Damn, I
and
couldn't
see
do
the
that.
sun. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I don't.
fine.
I've never actually been that depressed.
That's
I
good.
to the point where I don't understand it. Like
Yeah.
you know, I'm always like active. Like I'll get up and I'll do something.
That's good.
You know, whether it's
That's almost your coping mechanism, right?
right,
Doing
exactly.
shit.
But it's like yeah, to sit there and like sulk and that doesn't do much to you.
Yeah.
You know.
What about you?
I've hit up my closest friends just to hang out and like do.
So you
wine,
surround
whatever.
yourself with people.
Yeah, either I do that, or if it depends, like how upset I really am, I'll drown myself in work. Basically, just as a distraction.
Yeah.
Which is really bad too.
Yeah, because you're not really coping, right? You're just ignoring. How about you?
I was actually very lucky to have my best friend Bayan that is a wonderful person. So when I got out of my relationship, I hit the ground running. She kept me on track. She was there for me. Like she would empathize for me and stuff like that. You know, she would show up. You know what I mean? So that was great. We went out, like not dated, but then we'd go out and do things. But then she also kept me on track where like all of the things that I was putting to the side because I was prioritizing my girlfriend at the time. She was like, look, you do dope photography, you DJ, you do all these things that you've put aside because of her insecurities.
Do something with it.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's a good friend right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I definitely go through a period of like just disappearing off of the face of the earth because I don't have the mental bandwidth to like tell someone what happened or like just deal with like, you know, you're going to tell me about your bad day and I'm already I don't want to hear it, you know, like, so to not be a dick, I'm just I kind of like just go retreat inside of myself. But then I also drown myself in busyness. And then I think I mentioned it in one of the streams past where one of the big ways that I cope is by caring so much for everyone else that I kind of just like forget about me. So that's my experience.
Yeah.
I remember that there was
Smoking weed helps.
I remember that there was one point because at the time when I broke up with the girl that I was dating, she kind of like was my model. So my page was mostly like her fan page. And I was like, this kind of sucks because, you know, I have to keep on seeing her. And not that I have any shade against her. I was just like, I'm tired of getting dick pics from guys because they think that I'm her. So, you know, like I archived everything.
Yeah.
Actually, at that time, I don't think archiving was either available or I didn't know about it. So I deleted everything.
Okay.
And then I posted like, thanks for the memories. And my dream girl was like the first one to like message me. Ooh. And she's all, oh, is everything okay? What happened to your account? And I was like, oh no, it's cool. I want a fresh start. And she's all, you sure you're okay? You need somebody to talk to? I was like, I don't want to talk to you. But she's like, oh my God, it's Kamei.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So look, see, all of you guys know her. So yeah, she's like way out there. Like if she cheated on me, I'd apologize to her. You know what I'm saying? Like if we ever hooked up, like I'd let her come in me. Like she's bad, but but the fact that, you know, I was like, oh, I thought that she didn't even know that I exist. I thought that she probably thought I was just the guy in the club with a camera, but didn't know my name. But then, you know, she hit me up. I was like, wow, there's other beautiful women out there inside and out. And I was like, and then from that, I was just like, why am I tripping on the bitches that just broke up with me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah.
You know what's funny is that because like during my big one, the major one, the last breakup, I was actually stationed in San Antonio. Like, so I was going through all that, right? Going through all that. And you just go out every single night and you binge drink and you're doing whatever. And then, but you're actually slowly getting attention from other girls. Then I'm like, oh, it's not going to be that bad. That's part of your maturity process though. Cause you know, hey, whatever that was, whether how hard it is, there's always a way to get up and there's always going to be somebody there.
Right.
You know, unfortunately it's like either you're using them as a body or you're not necessarily using them for anything mental or anything, what do you call that? Nothing like significant, no long term.
Right.
But you also do know like, oh shit, like that world doesn't end there.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah.
And it's also like, you know, coming to grips with the fact that, you know, that girl wasn't the only one. Yeah, because like, are we allowed to cuss on this channel?
Yes.
Or no?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So like, you know, building.
I like
the
how
girl.
all quickly,
But not so much because it does.
Okay.
They do detect it.
So the girl that I was dating, you know, she was, I mean, our sex life was dope, you know, and she had me believing that she had the golden pussy. I was like, no, it's just a pussy. And I realized every girl has one.
Yeah.
You know, the glass flower.
The glass flower. Oh my gosh. They have to leave in the comments if they know what episode that's from.
Yeah.
Yes.
Glass flower.
Put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you guys are guilty, that you feel guilty of after a breakup? I mean, it doesn't have to be specifically with the person that you broke up with, but anything. So,
Well, I really feel bad about the last breakup that I went through because I broke up with her the week of her birthday.
Dang.
But it was a lot leading up to that. And then there was a pivoting point where I was like, I just can't take this anymore. But it sucks because, like, you know, being cheated on, that hurts. But breaking up with somebody that you genuinely still love,
that's hard.
that's
hard, for sure.
hard as fuck. And then it was the week before her birthday, but I was like telling her, I was like, you know what? I just can't be there. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And you deserve love
On your birthday.
the way that you know, you should get the love that you deserve. You just, you know, like, I can't give that to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And here's this is a week, or maybe it was 2 weeks leading up to her birthday. And I was like, you know, spend it with people that love you the way that you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
So
big.
I did feel bad for doing it, but at the same time, it's like, why am I wasting her time?
Right. Yeah. Well, the reason why I was asking too is because I'm super guilty of this. And one of my exes, I was really close with their family and friends. They had me on social media. But because of the situation of what happened between the breakup, I just blocked and unfriended everybody
Oh, wow.
because I deleted all our pictures and stuff. And I was just not ready to face and talk about
What
like
happened?
why we broke up.
Yeah.
Because it's like I was ashamed, and I didn't feel like it's not their business, and I shouldn't have to explain to them. But I just don't want to get those constant messages, or whatever, like, hey, what happened? Like, are you okay? Like, no, like, just let me deal with it. You know.
But isn't it the minute you delete all the photos, that's when you are going to get a flood of questions?
No, you know what's funny though is I thought so too, right? Because I contemplated on that, but the people who would mostly would ask. Or nobody asked me, like, because I think my group of people, or people that follow me at that time, was like people that genuinely know me, and they'll be like, oh, okay, like maybe they'll ask me when they see me, but at that time, like, I didn't go out like that.
Because all I have to do is pay attention to people's Facebook photos to know their status.
Oh yeah, because their profile picture or something.
No, well, because all their pictures is like, oh, like we're dating. Then all of a sudden, he or she just slowly disappears. All their photos, and you're like, oh, I wonder why you're getting ramen by yourself now.
Yeah.
I wonder why you're over here.
Or
by
it's
yourself
like
now.
there's an average of how much money I'm going to spend. So it's either on dates, and then all of a sudden, oh, he bought a new lens. Oh, car parts. It's like, yeah, still
right.
spending the same amount, but like
On different shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that leads me to my next question about etiquette. What is your guys' opinion on that? On like,
Buying car
should
parts.
you should you or should you not delete the previous things if like, if you guys have broken up? Because I've heard both. Like, some people are like, no, those were my memories, and like, we're still cool, so I leave it, right? And other people are like, no, that's fucking weird. Like, especially if you're dating someone new, you should delete the past ones. What do you guys think? What's your etiquette on that?
Well, mine's different because we have a daughter, right? So, all the pictures that my daughter might be in, the other person would definitely be in it. So those memories aren't necessarily just flings, right? They're actual like marriage and family.
Right.
And if my daughter were to look,
So say it wasn't that. Say it was just you and another female, hypothetically speaking. What would you prefer, or what do you think is the etiquette?
no, just leave it. I don't have time to go back. You know what I mean? When you have to invest all that time to go back, it's taxing.
Yeah.
Then you're like looking, and then you're almost like, what is it? You're
Like reliving.
yeah, you're like, you're setting yourself up for so much more failure. Especially if it's like, like if you look through my feed, just go straight down. You're like, there's like random girls that show up here and there.
Yeah.
Also, go ahead.
But generally, I don't post them.
Unless they're significant, like your ex-wife or something like
that. Unless they become really significant. Like if we're simply dating, you might not show up ever on my Instagram or my Facebook.
Well, plus, like the position that you're in and the stuff that you do now, like that's the private life you want to keep private.
Right. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that if somebody scrolls back that far, it's kind of a red flag.
That's true. She's like, guilty.
I've scrolled back on Vince's, like, because I'm looking for a photo for like a thumbnail or whatever. I'm like, oh, I remember her. Okay, there.
Certain Instagrams, it makes sense to scroll back. That's true.
Yeah.
I delete mine.
You know, why do girls, okay, this is a little off topic, but you know those girls that will like post and then they'll delete their whole fucking feed and then they'll start over and then they'll delete a picture and then they'll fucking be like silent for a minute and then they'll reload everything back up. I don't get that. What is that?
Attention.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a cry for help. It's an attention thing. Guys, there's some guys that do that too.
It's so weird to me because I'm like, you just deleted your 270 posts. But then all of a sudden they show back up. Like, I don't understand the purpose.
The first thing that comes to my head is like, because you know people are all about like how many likes and stuff, especially for this day and age.
They're just starting over because they want to get more likes with that. So,
yeah,
I mean that makes sense too.
Well, lately I've been hiding all of the likes. You know what I mean? Did you know you could do that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so on a lot of the pictures that I'll have up, it'll say liked by whoever you engage with. That also engages with me.
I noticed that.
It'll say that, and then it says and others, as opposed to like 200 or 500 or 14 or whatever. And the whole reason for it is because like
people judge if they should like it based on how many other people like it.
No, not even that. It's just that I work with a lot of people that they're very self-conscious about their image. So if I post a girl that is showing her cleavage and her ass is out and she gets like 1,000 likes, and then another girl that I shot with recently, she only gets like 50 or 100 or something. I don't want her to be self-conscious and then just start convincing herself that, oh, maybe I should start showing my ass or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. In this day and age, like it definitely does help. I'm not seeking likes or anything like that, but at the same time, if I'm going to be promoting a brand and stuff, that definitely does help. But for me, the what's it called? The mind of the person. What am I can't think of the right word, but
You having a purple moment?
Yeah, I'm having a purple moment. The self-esteem of the people that I'm putting out there is more important than the likes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's rewind a little bit. So going back to the breakup guide, like so obviously there's like etiquette and then there's rules and then there's coping, right? So what would you feel like is like the highlight of each one?
Etiquette.
Time. Freedom.
Yeah.
Oh,
The coping.
Yeah.
I think it's always the coping, at least for me.
I don't know.
I feel like it's all of it together.
All of it. Yeah.
Because
if done properly, right? Because it's like almost like a death of the relationship. So you go through the whole grieving process. I
think whatever stage came before the stage that you're at is the most important. So like if it's the etiquette or if it's the timing or if it's whatever, it's whatever stage that you're in was predetermined by how you handled the stage before.
That's true. That's a good point.
I made that up. Does this sound smart?
That did.
Right,
That was really good. Clip it.
Cool.
Clip it. So we didn't ask you though, like about the whole erasing pictures and stuff. Would you do it or would you not?
No, I've never been like, well, when I broke up with my ex, I got rid of all of his pictures, but I'm not like a picture eraser. It's kind of like you. Like if there's like family pictures and stuff, I left those up. It was really just like the lovey-dovey ones.
Yeah.
Because I had mine was really easy. I had an album that was dedicated to just him. So when we broke up, it was just like delete album, but all the family pictures and stuff are still up, Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I did have an album, but you know why? You know why I didn't delete it? Because it was on MySpace.
Oh, okay.
This was before Facebook.
No.
So
Comment below if you know what MySpace is.
I know, right?
Came after Friendster.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
I was on Friendster too. Isn't Friendster like they do dating and shit now?
I don't know, but I think Justin Timberlake bought MySpace, and it's a music site now.
Damn,
that's
I didn't know that.
I have no idea. I could have made that up. I'm not sure.
False news.
Right. Yeah.
So, I have a question. What are signs where you know that it's like coming to an end?
Oh, the Post-it. That's a sign. It says this isn't working on the PlayStation, and I'll turn on the PlayStation. It's like it works.
That's kind of like how you said, right? The girl, most of the time, which I agree with experience and talking to other females, they're way checked out before, but they're hoping it will work, so they stick around physically, but mentally they've already been checked out for a while and they're unhappy. Whereas like men, like when they're unhappy and they check out. You know, it's not like this long awaited thing.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about that? Like,
Well, I think there was these female poets or philosophers or whatever from back in the day, Destiny's Child, that made this song, Say My Name. And then there was this one part, and I don't remember the lyrics. I only memorized the dance. It was it was something about like when you say everything twice or whatever, like yeah, or whatever, and I was like, oh, I get what that means. So
you started to do that?
No. So when I started to hear it, you know, it's like yeah, you know, it's like, okay, you're not giving me a real answer. You're just like trying to make a sound so that so I stopped bothering you. So I was like, oh, okay, gotcha.
That's an interesting take because I didn't even think about that.
What are some signs for you that you're checking out, though?
That I'm checking out the actual verbiage that I speak towards your face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get meaner when you're about to check out? Because I feel that's what happens.
No, I feel like I just okay. So I've been accused of being a robot a lot, just because like a lot of times I don't show emotion, but then it's because I'm computing.
Right.
But yeah, I haven't been the type of person, at least to my knowledge or to my recollection, where I would raise my voice or throw things or
That's good.
you know, yeah. But you know, my knuckles are healing. I did punch a wall recently.
I feel every guy punches a wall at some point.
Wait, there's a reason for that. My friend just opened his mechanic shop and we're demoing a wall, and he's all like, "Yeah, try to punch through it." I was like, "All right, cool." Yeah.
Stop it. Continue.
I was waiting for it.
No, but yeah. So I try to be as least confrontational as possible. You know.
yeah.
So.
What about you, Rich? What are
I
what
think
are those signs?
I think it's more, again, you know, going back to the whole, you know, emotions and logic conversation. For me, it's more tactical. It's like, I think, you know, when you guys say that females normally check out way before things happen, I think the same with guys is that they sense something, but they don't necessarily let it fester. It just kind of culminates though. I think there's
I see what you're saying.
we're not so emotional. We sense it. We're like, what the fuck is that? And then all of a sudden,
Kind of like riding the wave.
like third or fourth time, like, what the fuck? Oh, this shit just keeps happening, and then you get, it's more frustration at that point. You know, as far as emotion, and then we just basically at that point, then it's like, you know, once you can't take it anymore, it's become ridiculous.
But I also feel like, at least from my point of view, I've tried to be more responsive than I am reactive. You know, where like if a problem presents itself, I'll do my best to try to solve it, versus like letting my emotions take over and then just be like, well, I'm gonna bring up this shit that you said like 6 months ago about blah blah blah, and it's like that's not even related, you know. Whereas like I think that, you know, on the other side, that they've been a lot more, you know, reactive.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm more reactive at time most of the time. It's just because, again, there's just so many things that I'm thinking about. Like, you know, I'm not such a prolific dater like Vince.
Standard man.
What are some signs, Ari, for you that you're checking out?
I'm really affectionate, just even as a friend. You like,
Yeah.
I love like giving people love, you know. And so with my significant other, I'm extra affectionate, you know, like whether it's sexually or just like endearingly. So once I feel that not need or not want to be affectionate, where I'm just like, ugh, you know, that's the first sign for me. It's like, oh man, that normal like love language, you know, my love language is words of affirmation, like I've said, but like I love the physical. So if it's not happening, there's obviously something that I'm feeling, you know.
Yeah.
There's something in me that's disconnecting from you, you know. Just not wanting to fucking kick it with you might too trigger my damn nerves. That's like a sign too, you know. I mean, just to be like black and white about it, but I'm sure there's like a lot of things, you know.
Right.
How about you?
I just stopped caring. Like,
Yeah.
I overall just stopped doing the. I stopped doing the things I used to do.
Yes.
I stopped caring about what the fuck you're doing, and I just go on with my shit.
Yeah, that's like what I used to tell like you know, guys that I was having like a relationship, like boyfriends, and like I would be like, you need to worry when I'm not mad. You know, like if
I've heard of that
yeah,
before.
if I'm arguing with you, it means I still care. You know, I'm putting energy into this argument, whatever. But if I'm just kind of like, yeah, cool, like cool, you know, it means I just don't even like you
Like
said,
you're checking out.
Yeah.
I'm done. You know, like
Yeah. Like don't even bother.
be more scared of my silence, almost. You know, yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Oh, note to self or us or we and I. I think that one of our future episodes we should all take the love languages test because I
Yeah.
just found out that mine changed. Mine is no longer like words of affirmation.
They say that happens.
Yeah, I'm physical touch now.
What?
Apparently, yeah.
It's like, so you guys, if
So
you really
you-
love me, you guys, that's what it is.
Titties. That's my love language.
Titties.
Titties.
Well,
Is titties
you must-
a language?
Does that mean you love me and Lonnie a lot?
Long time.
Yeah.
I'm so dead. Oh my goodness. Well, man, that was really good. Like, I never really got to comprehend and break down really like
Like the actual breakup
yeah
process.
process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys have any not information, tips or suggestions or whatever for or advice for anybody that's either going through a breakup or going to break up with somebody?
My biggest thing, because I know a lot of girls is like, do I stay or do I go? And for me, what helped me a lot was pros and cons. Like, what's the good things and what are the bad things, and differentiate if the things that you're fighting about worth going through.
Yeah. Is the juice worth the squeeze?
Yes, I love when you say that. That's why I didn't want to say it.
For me, I definitely more am along the lines of Queer Rich, how he says, as you get older, you kind of learn like the world goes on. So if I was to give a piece of advice to somebody going through a breakup or someone that's contemplating a breakup, it's definitely like, I know it seems like your world is crashing and it's ending, but there is life after that relationship and after that person. Sometimes it's nine out of 10 times it's better. Actually, I want to say 11 out of 10 times it's better because that person wasn't for you. And then for the person like thinking about breaking up, just fucking be accountable and just like face the reality. Like if you're fucking feeling it, it's probably what's meant to happen. So just do it. You know,
Just rewatch this damn episode.
rip
Right.
the Band-Aid off. You know, how about you?
Well, if anything, I think that the easiest thing that helped me get through any of the breakups, whether I was the one that was initiating the breakup or getting broken up with, is my best friend being there for me.
Oh yeah, having
So-
a good support system.
If you have, if you can talk to somebody where you can tell them, hey, honestly, can you look at this, what I'm going through, and tell me, is it worth fighting for? Blah blah blah. You know, and then actually taking their advice. You know, if it's somebody that you admire to a level where you would, you know, take their advice, then actually take it instead of asking them and just hoping that they're gonna justify your thoughts.
Yeah,
You know what I
true.
mean? So, and I think that that's very important before and after the breakup, because, you know, you're going to have those times where it's like, oh, maybe I should call her. And it's like, no, your friend will keep you there. They'll keep you in check. They'll keep you strong. And then all of those fun activities that you used to do, minus the sex or whatever, you can do that with that best friend. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Good advice for sure.
Or if they're that good of a friend, you can have the sex with them.
I mean, hey,
Yay.
Yeah.
hey.
She's like, I am an advocate for friends with benefits.
It's
Because
like, hey,
worked out for her.
I'm sad. Can we make the sex? And then,
Yeah.
I'm all for that. Like, if I'm single and me and my friend are attracted, I'm like, let's fuck. It's fine. It'll be
Yeah.
totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful break that glass flower.
Break my glass flower.
What about
How
you,
about you,
Courage?
Well, I already said it pretty much the same. I mean, pretty well. But one thing I would say though, that if the breakup involves any type of like abuse or violence of any
Ooh,
sort,
this is good.
report that shit. Tell everybody. There's no sense. There's no sense in you telling, holding things back and saying, "Oh, they're gonna think I'm weak." Fuck that. Your life, your other friends care for you, so you have to protect yourself, your other family, and everything else. File a police report. Let people know, because at the end of the day, you're gonna suffer more for being silent at that point.
also,
Be the voice for the people that don't have the voice.
Yep.
if there is a situation where you are in an abusive relationship, I've learned this. You can actually call the police and report them without actually having them being arrested. And then they're like, "Are you sure you're okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm okay. I just wanted to have it on record because, this is happening." And then she threatens to call the police on me. I'm like, "That's cool. They already have 12 cases against you saying that you've been doing this shit. Like, if you really want to, who do you think they're going to believe?"
Yeah, but like seriously, document everything: bruises, cuts, whatever.
No, agree.
Take pictures, because
You're gonna need it.
We should do it. Like, I mean, we kind of briefly touched on it before on toxic relationships, but I think that's something we should definitely talk about, just because the things that I've personally been through, and I'm sure you've seen and you've seen and you've seen and been through, or whatever.
I would love to get someone from like a woman's shelter, or like, you know what I mean, like a resource where they can tell us about a place where people that have that situation where they can go to be safe. That'd be cool to have.
There's
a
one
guest.
here in San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in downtown by El Dorado.
El Dorado. You confused?
El Dorado. Let's smoke.
So you
Go drink at El Dorado.
You mentioned talking to somebody at a women's shelter. Are there men's shelters?
No,
It's not.
there isn't.
Okay. I was just curious because I've only heard that term, women's shelter.
A safe house for the abused is what they should have.
Yeah.
Like just.
Can't they just
general.
call it a shelter?
Maybe there is. I don't know. I'm not very educated.
I don't
so that
know.
would be a good thing to bring someone on and get more educated about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
For sure.
that was a really good way to end it, Kui. I like the advice about the abuse. That's very important for sure.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in for this episode. I hope you enjoyed all our little
Stories and opinions. And if you have anything you want to share, don't hesitate to put it in the comments. Tell us about your experiences. If you have any tips, tricks, comments on the standard breakup guide.
Yep.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.
And if you're single, comment down below.